Call this meeting to order. First item on the agenda, review of and vote for the minutes on the regular meeting of January 16th. Brother, any questions?
None.
Motion to approve.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Bills, communications, and a warrant. Any questions on the warrant?
Yes, I have a question. Check number all the way to the bottom, 5942.
Yes, that is, we get audited every year, we have to pay for our own audit, and that was the payment to Guy and Hurley for doing our audit back in November.
The one just below that.
The one just below was John Murphy, he was the electrical engineer that came and designed the box for,
For that, for
nope, for the generator. We're actually in the process of asking him to come back for the other project, because now that he's familiar with all the electrical in our place, hopefully they'll let us hire him to do the electric for the fire alarm project.
Any other questions?
No.
Could I have a motion?
Make a motion. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Recertifications.
All right, director's report, that's me. All right, yes, we worked to get all of our certifications done. We've got them finished by February 4th, which was probably one of the earliest we've got them done. Everything's all set. Everybody's aware that all the rent changes will be effective on March 1st. So it's nice just to have all those done. Yeah. January's our busiest month in the office, that's definitely for sure. The next on the agenda is to vote to hire a fencing company. We have the sidewalks all done, they do have a small list, they're gonna come back and fix a couple of certain areas. The last part of the project is to put up the fences around the garbage bins. So we were hoping to have this done, it took a while to get 3 companies to come out and bid for the fencing. So we did have 3 companies, and as you know, on your file, all 3 bids are here. And the lowest bid came in, let's see,
The third page, right?
it's what?
Is the third one? It's something-
Susan and Sons? You
No,
can-
Susan and Son isn't the lowest, but it's, Pool and
I'm
Fence
sorry.
Company.
I don't have all of them in my folder, no.
292.
I'm sorry.
What was that?
Yes.
The pulling fence.
What's that?
Pulling fence, P-U-L-L.
Oh, pulling fence, I don't even have that in here.
Yeah, what was?
Oh, where'd you go? Oh, that-
That's what it says, well,
okay, so, that was the lowest bid that came in, and the amount of the bid was $4,531.
But that's also the contractor that he doesn't want the job because he's got a bid against the prevailing wage, and he doesn't want to.
Oh, he doesn't want to bid this one,
Right.
okay.
He gave us a price on that, but then once it started, once he knew he had to do the prevailing wage and all that paperwork, he says, I'm done, so.
Oh, okay.
So,
Because it's a state job, everybody has to do prevailing wage, unfortunately, and you can, and you can look in the quotes, the difference, this one company that bid, their labor price was just astronomical.
yeah,
It was
11,000, yeah.
Yep, so then I guess the second, bid would be, $6,729.61.
Yeah.
I asked the board to vote it, as you can see, it's gonna be the vinyl, chain link fence, and it's gonna have the black, plastic running through so you can't see the trash barrels. I believe we did, talk to a couple of these companies, and this company would be willing to start right away. So the sooner for us, the better, only because the wind keeps knocking over all the barrels.
Yes.
Make a motion, we get
29 is the one.
Yep, 672961, and that also is being paid out of our CPA money. And we did get approved to get that money right away, so they did go ahead and approve us to put the fencing in as soon as we can.
Could I have approval, could I have a vote?
Make an approval for that.
I approve too.
Aye.
All in favor?
Aye.
I'm just reminding all the board members, to complete the board training. It's not a test, Isabel. I don't know if you wanna, go over exactly, because I know you did it. Is it just a video that you watched?
No. It's, what else is, you put the email, it came with few questions, 10 questions.
Okay,
And it's almost, right or wrong. you
there's
know.
no right or wrong.
No,
Okay.
you answered the question, and in the end, they told me, we go send for DHD,
It's DHCD, okay.
the CD, you complete the
training,
training.
okay.
And it's exactly, very easy, you do this in about 10 minutes.
Exactly. All right, so, we also, right now, are gonna go over our CIP plan that's, I'd like to submit to DHCD. We've been working on this with RCAT, to come in and do, an assessment for around our development. So, it's really hard to read. I'm gonna try to, read it
What
off
is
to you.
CIP.
CIP is the money that we're getting to fix, it's capitalization money. If the state's given every housing authority a certain amount of money based on their units to go ahead and fix it. So that's what we've done, the sidewalks with, the fencing with, and everything. So every year, we come up with our plan. Every year, our plan actually has changed because sometimes you need certain things or grant money has come up, and in order to get, in order to use the grant money, there's certain things that we have to do. When we were doing the vinyl siding, there was a grant for if we put insulation in, we might get the vinyl siding for free. So different things change, so we did have a few opportunities to get grant money, so this has changed a little bit, and we're gonna go all the way, basically into the year 2024, but most likely, like every year, that's gonna change, but this is just something that we have right now put together. Some of the money will be available right away, and some of it, like I said, our projects out.
Mhm.
Now, you had that panel plan before this.
Oh, every year we have a plan, but every year it changes. So basically, I've presented these plans. A lot of the things on here have actually stayed the same. We haven't touched it. We're just waiting for the current years to come up. They give us we just approved, I think, $73,000 for 2021, I think, at the last meeting or the meeting before that. So every year it could change, but the important things that we have to get done, or actually the safety issue things, that comes up first, and that won't change. Like the sidewalks, we had that on that list because it was a safety. So stuff like safety things won't change, but like the handicap bathroom, we've been trying to get that in, that's still on our list. It got pushed back a little bit because there's a few other things that was more health and safety issues, So first we have, for 2020, fiscal year 2020, we have the rear door entry and service window replacement. So at Garfield Street, we do have to spend a portion of that. So we have put away $9,631 towards working on Garfield Street coming fiscal year 2020. Our next project we actually are working on is the fire and alarm upgrade, emergency hallway lighting. This has to be in our plan. Any work that we do in the housing authority has to be placed on our 5-year plan. This money is coming from the town community preservation money, but we do have to list it because it is a plan on what we're doing. So as you see here, it's $134,107. That money will not come from the state, that's coming from the town that they accepted us to go ahead and upgrade our fire alarm systems.
So that's 2019.
That should be 2019. That's been that's been a little tricky. Some of the new ways they're doing construction is they have to have somebody come out and look at it. The person that comes out and looks at it does a whole plan. Then they send it to an engineer, and then the engineer has to come out and do a plan. So you have like 4 plans before it goes out for bid.
The lack of communication too. The other guy, he had it done for a while and he never contacted.
So you kind of have to stay on all these people because we just want to get it done, especially that the money's there and it's available and it's ready to go. We want to use it. So right now, I think we had the first phase of it is done, and I asked to go ahead and hire this specific electrician, engineer, because he's already familiar with the plans of the Acushnet Housing Authority, so I figured that it would be easier to get him in here to start doing that.
So that's the price?
The price that they're looking at is $134,107. Now, the engineer's gonna come in and he's gonna give his guess on what it's going to be. He's gonna create a whole, packet to go out to bid. So once he creates the packet to go out to bid, they'll give it so much time, to procure it correctly. Once they have their bids, they'll have a bid opening ceremony and then the job will start. So hopefully by the spring, summer.
Yeah, okay.
That's what we say about the sidewalks.
What year?
The sidewalks are complete.
What year are we talking about?
Exactly. We're hoping for the spring or the summer. That's gonna be a huge project because every house is gonna be affected, every household is gonna have to have electricians in and out, and so that's definitely gonna be a big project for us because it's gonna affect
What,
every
what they go do with the land, they go put inside.
I'm not sure the
Especially-
engineer has to draw it up first. They know
Okay.
what has to be done, and then the electrical engineer will draw. Some of it is gonna be, within the units,
Yes.
changing the fire and smoke detectors. A lot of it's gonna be in the hallway, taking those beacons from outside, putting them inside, so when the fire alarms go off, it will wake everybody up. I believe the fire alarms are gonna have the, carbon monoxide.
Yes.
It's like a 2-in-1 type thing. So I'm not sure how much work it's gonna apply to, going in each unit, but once we sit down with the engineer, we'll have a better, view of exactly what the project is gonna consist of.
I got a question, it's not about this thing you just approved, it's about the sidewalk.
Mhm.
You're talking about the sidewalk in the back of the buildings. So what is it, the width of it?
5 feet.
5 feet?
Is it 5 or 4? It's 4
4
feet.
feet.
It's enough for the tractor can go
Yeah.
right through it now.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
That's good, 4 feet?
Yes.
So that would be, we're hoping to get this started as soon as we can with the emergency lighting. The next one that's on our list is, let's see. I'm gonna skip over to well, actually, it's already been done, but it's still on here because it hasn't been totally
Generator.
closed yet. The generator, yeah.
Yeah.
So the generator, they put aside the $4,000. The Master CFA, do you know what that is for Acushnet? They have $3,400, but this could be just something that is paying for an engineering fee or,
Maybe, I'm not sure.
that's new on there. We also have the fence replacement. They allowed us, I believe, $9,832. As you can see, the quote came in for less than that.
Yes.
Which is nice because it takes that money and it puts it back in so we can reuse it. Like when we do this plan again next year, there'll be extra money to use somewhere else. The sidewalk replacement is also still in here. They're just waiting for one last closeout. I think that's for the engineer. The next one is the exterior door entry replacement. That is in the total of $91,813. But on that, there's also a grant available. So we put this in our plan because they do have enough money to come in and replace all of our door handles on all of our
Yes.
entry doors. So that was something, that's why it took so long to get this report, because we added that in. If they want to give us money, we'll definitely take it and, upgrade to what we need to upgrade
This is
to.
the one they
I'm not-
all the handle.
It's the handles,
Yeah.
it's the handles.
It's the-
But it's also nice too, because all of our doors have the electric features in them,
Yeah.
the safety features. So if we were to do that ourselves, so now that the grant money was available, we have somebody coming out to look at all of the doors. And if it does get approved, then that'd be like, just, something extra that we're getting. We have to put it on our CIP, it's not coming from that money, but it is in our plan for construction and development. Next on the list is the kitchen and laundry room flooring replacement. We've walked around Garfield Street and done an assessment. Some of the tile floor in the kitchen and the laundry rooms are lifting. I'm not sure if water had gotten in there. It's definitely a safety issue. So we did move that up and
We're trying to move it up this year.
this year. So hopefully within 2020, come fiscal year, that'll be something we're working on. We're actually working on what parts, the way Garfield Street kitchen is, it's the kitchen, the dining room, and a little office area.
Yeah.
So what we're trying to do is cut off the tile in the dining and the office area is perfect. It doesn't need to be replaced, which is a very large area. So we're hoping just to replace from the entranceway to the kitchen to the end of the kitchen cabinets. So it will be just in that small area. Also, there's a closet that has a utility room. The boiler actually, I believe, leaked or let go. That also got underneath the tiles, so we're looking into some kind of cement epoxy
Yeah.
to put on that floor. It's not something that people walk over, it's in a closet that's locked, it's just a utility closet. So we're just trying to, right now, go over every avenue on what kind of flooring to use in that area and where we can, save more money to do either the epoxy or whatever's gonna save us the most money. So for that amount of money, they put aside $4,634. Next is the vacant unit turnover. We've actually this year decided to put some money aside for our vacant turnovers, which is in the amount of $9,812. What we're thinking is as the units come available, we really walked around and looked at all the kitchens. We've talked about replacing the kitchens. As we replaced one kitchen, we're starting to realize that the kitchens that we do have are actually a lot sturdier and better made than the ones that you can put in now. And they've lasted a long time, and I'd say probably 90% of them do not need to be replaced. So with our cat, we sat down and went over whether we can just change the doors on the kitchens and add molding to make it look a little bit more fancier, and paint them or stain them, which we haven't decided what we're gonna do on that aspect. But keeping those cabinets and just changing the doors, I think would be probably the best route, because those were all built-in cabinets, they're built-in.
Yeah, they're built in, so.
And you can't really, we're gonna replace it with a kitchen today. It's not the same quality, so I feel that if we go with the newer kitchens as of today, we're gonna be replacing them so much more than we would be replacing.
And I'm
these
telling you,
kitchens.
if my suggestion is don't paint,
Yeah,
because with the paint, it's very easy to get dirty.
yeah.
If it's stained,
Yeah, it's easy to
it's
clean up.
easy to clean it up because they have all the polish today.
Yeah,
They can clean it up.
Yep.
Because painting,
yes. So I do know that the sheriff's department they just did a whole new workshop. And that's something that we were thinking about, even working with them as the units are turning over, to have them make the doors for us. They'll come in, take them down, they'll make the doors, come and put them back up.
Oh, yeah.
So that's
They've
something.
done it somewhere else, right?
Yeah, they did it to, I believe, another housing authority, they replaced the doors. So that's something that we're gonna look into, just to see, but at least that money's there if something happens. Mike has been replacing the water lines as the people move out of the apartment.
Well, I haven't started yet, but yeah, what I
Did you just
wanted.
do one?
Well, I just did the kitchen, that was it.
Yeah, okay.
Not the whole thing, so.
the what?
But, the
water
water shut-offs underneath the sinks,
Okay.
they've been there since the 70s, some of them haven't been touched.
Yeah.
And when you start turning them, they start either leaking, or it doesn't shut the faucet off at all, so you have to shut all the water off. And it's usually 2 apartments at the same time that's shut off. So what we're looking into is maybe replacing the shut-off with the little ball valves, the quarter turns, which, is what they're doing.
Doing those, you got the meter?
No, shut it off underneath, but it shuts off the first and second floor on every apartment, yeah. So if we go with the quarter turns, then don't clog it up, or there's, when you turn them, they shut off and on, so that's what we're gonna start doing in the future.
The other thing too that we really need to do is, and the money's included in this, every year we're gonna add this to our plan, the circuit box in each apartment definitely has to be replaced. They're obsolete. They don't have a lot of the pots for them anymore.
Yeah.
So as soon as this plan is approved and accepted, as the units turn over, we're gonna change the electrical boxes in the units also. And we might as well, seeing that we're doing the fire alarm, get it all done at once. So and it's definitely easier just to get it done as the units are turning over. So that's also gonna be included in that one, one specific,
It was nice if it was maybe during spring, summer,
yeah.
as the people, they can leave the apartment.
Yeah. We would never be able to afford to change every single electrical box at this point, so that's why we're just putting turnover money aside so we can go in
Yeah.
and, that way if it takes time or whatever it is. Next, we have the siding and the trim replacement. Some of the money is coming from CIP and some of it's coming from the community preservation for the town. So the project is total $151,821. I believe we'll be able to start it in 2021. I believe 69,000 is coming from the town, and the rest will be coming from the CIP. Way down in 2023, we have the ADA bathroom upgrade. So we had put in $31,000 aside for the ADA bathroom in the handicap building. We do have it for 2023. Anytime there's a grant available for anything, we always apply for it. You never know. Sometimes, if we get the grant, we can, this will still be on here, but we can get the money and take that money that we have planned to put somewhere else.
Yeah.
And towards the end, in 2024, we have put aside $139,250 for the electrical panel replacement. So if everything else on the list is done, the next important thing would be to go in and change all the boxes. But that isn't, as you can see, on there until 2024. So this is our total plan. It's a 5-year plan. It puts us exactly where we're supposed to be on spending our CIP. They like you to spend at least 80%, and they will say 120 is the max, as you can see. So in fiscal year 2020, we have $19,709.14. In 2021, and this is just approved, it's not the minimum and maximum amount. In 2021, we have $61,684.51. In 2022, we have $106,245.67.
Yep.
23, $65,158, and in 24, $65,158. This is just as of this year. The money's not guaranteed to come into 2024, but this is the new, with the RCAT, what we're working on to improve our housing authority. So I just need a vote for the board to accept this plan, and we can go ahead and send it in to DHCD for approval, so come fiscal year, we can start on some of these projects.
Okay, any questions? Could I have a motion to approve?
I make a motion.
Second.
All in favor?
I,
Motion passes.
Thank you.
Yes, you can. What's nice about, I'm gonna say this again, what's nice about having RCAT is we have already had our plan in place, but they come in and they do an assessment. And if we have something on there that we think is important, but they come back with, well, you have to change it because of certain reasons, then we do change it according to what we have to. So it's nice that we can all work together. Once a year, we come in and we walk around with the team and we do an assessment. So we walk and look at everything.
There you go.
That's it.
Any questions,
Make a
Mr.
motion.
Director?
What?
Have a motion to approve the director's report?
Yes, I want to make that motion.
I didn't do apartment stats, I just wanted to tell you, right now we currently do have a vacant apartment. We do have another vacant apartment coming up, so Mike's been working on the apartment, and once that's done, we may have another one coming up. So we do have another one coming up.
All right. Motion is made to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
I,
Maintenance report.
Nothing exciting. Like I said, we have the vacant apartment I've been working on. We've had a little bit of snow to clear out and normal maintenance here in Garfield Street. We did have a frozen pipe in one of the buildings, one of the heaters. When we had that flash freeze a few weeks ago, it, for some reason, long story, like the door was opened up a little bit and it froze the heater in the hallway, and it popped the vent and, I kinda didn't notice, it didn't start leaking until it thawed, so we fixed the vent and then the next day I went in, it was still leaking, it actually popped the solder joint underneath, so we just had to, I had to call a plumber and we had to drain the heating system and everything, and, but otherwise that, it's been pretty normal, nothing too
You have no
exciting.
trouble with the snow removal?
No, everything's working good, so.
And you did a really good job,
It's
as usual.
nice and warm and dry, so.
Everything was clean in the first 2 hours.
Is, any questions for the maintenance man? No questions? Do I have a motion to approve this report?
I make a motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Right?
There's no tenants, yes, rest. Should I have a date for the next meeting?
Yes, it will be Wednesday, March 20th.
I got a question. I have a question. We got this report about, Benton.
About what?
We do.
That was last, we approved that last month.
That was last meeting.
Yep.
Good, this is January.
Could I have a motion to adjourn, please?
I make a motion to adjourn.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.